ஆழ்வார் திருடிகளே சரணம், எம்பெருமானார் திருடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருடிகளே சரணம், பெரியாழ்வார் திருடிகளே சரணம். ஸ்ரீசைலேஷ தயாபாத்திரம் தீபக்தியாதி குணார்ணவம் யதீந்திர பிரவணம் வந்தே ரம்ய ஜாமாதரம் முனிம் ரம்ய ஜாமாத்ரி யோகீந்திர பாத ரேகாமயம் சதா ததா யத்தாத்ம சத்தாதிம் ராமானுஜ முனிம் பஜே. லக்ஷ்மீநாத சமாரம்பாம் நாத யாமுன மத்தியமாம் அஸ்மத் ஆச்சாரிய பரியந்தாம் வந்தே குரு பரம்பராம். யோனித்யமச்சித பதாம்புஜே யுக்மருக்மம் व्यामोहत स्थदितराणि तृणाय मेने अस्मद्गुरोर् भगवतोऽसि दैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये. माता पिता युवतयस्तनया भूतिः सर्वं यदेव नियमेन मदन्मयानाम् आद्यस्य न कुलपतेर्कुलाभिरामं श्रीमत्तदङ्घ्रिगुणं प्रणमामि मूर्ध्ना. भूतं सरश्च महताह्वय भट्टनाथ श्री भक्तिसार कुलशेखर योगिवाहान् भक्ताङ्घ्रिरेणु परकाले यतीन्द्रमिश्रान् श्रीमत्पराङ्कुशमुनिं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम्. गुरुमुखमणदीत्य प्राह वेदानशेषान् नरपतिपरिक्लुप्तं शुल्कमादातु कामः शशिरमवरवन्द्यं रङ्गनाथस्य साक्षात् द्विजकुलतिलकं तं विष्णुचित्तं नमामि. மின்னார் தடமுதில் சூழ் வெள்ளிபுத்தூர் என்னொருகால் சொன்னார் கழக்கமலம் சூடினோம் முன்னாள் கிழியறுத்தான் என்னுரைத்தோம் கீழ்மேனைச் சேரும் வழியறுத்தோம் நெஞ்சமே வந்து பாண்டியன் கொண்டாட பற்றபிரான் வந்தான் என்று இந்திய சங்கம் எடுத்தூத வேண்டிய வேதங்களோதி விரைந்து கிழியறுத்தான் பாதங்கள் யாமுடைய 10. periyAzhwAr Tirumozhi is a very beautiful prabandham filled with krishNa anubhavam and also other incarnations of Bhagavan and Archavataram. We've been enjoying this periyAzhwAr Tirumozhi for quite some time now. We are now up to 4th centum, 8th decade. That is what we are going to enjoy today. mAdhavaththOn Puttiran Poi Marikadalvai Mandhanai. That is the commencement, that is the beginning, starting portion of the Padiham, the decade. This decade is for Sriranga Dividesham. Srirangam is the root Dividesham for our Sampradayam. Periperumal Sri Ranganatha is said to be the first, earliest Archa form of Bhagavan. When Brahma was created, at that time he performed penance for a long time, and then Sriman Narayana appeared in front of Brahma and blessed Brahma. At that time Brahma prayed for an Archa form, a divine deity form of Bhagavan. At that time Bhagavan gave this Pranavakaram and the Periperumal and Namberumal. That is Sri Ranganatha Moolavar and Utsavar. This whole PILLaith with his own divine Vigrahams to Brahma, and that Brahma continuously worshipped in his Tiruvaradhanam this Periperumal, Sri Ranganatha. Subsequently, this Pranavakara Vimanam and the Moolamurti and Utsavamurti, they were handed over to Ikshvaku and the Raghukula kings, the kings of Sun dynasty. They worshipped this Bhagavan up to Sri Rama. Sri Rama was the final king in that Surya Vamsham to worship Periperumal and Namberumal. Finally, he gave that whole setup to Vibhishana Alvan, who was carrying this Perumal to his abode, Lanka. On the way, Perumal had a divine will to remain in Srirangam. So he made Vibhishana to place the whole setup, Pranavakara Vimanam, along with Periperumal and Namberumal, Utsavar, in Srirangam, which is amidst the South Kaveri and North Kaveri. It is an island, and as Perumal got there, he liked that place so much And the king also, the king who was there, he also prayed to Perumal and Vibhishanalvan to leave the Perumal there in Srirangam only. And unwillingly, Vibhishanalvan accepted that proposal and he went to Lanka and Perumal stayed in Srirangam. That Perumal, Sri Ranganatha, is glorified by all the Alvars and he is specially celebrated Padinmar Padum Perumal. That is, all the Alvars have performed Mangalashasanam to Sri Ranganatha. Such Srirangam Dividesham, Sri Ranganatha, is being glorified by periyAzhwAr here in this Padiham. First, we will see the brief introduction for this Padiham given by Manavada Mam based on the Avatarika given by Manavada Mamnigal. periyAzhwAr is said to be Bogatil Olvada Puduvayarkon, one who is fully enjoying Bhagavan without any shortcoming. So initially he enjoyed krishNa Avataram fully, almost up to the end of third centum. Towards the end of third centum, he enjoyed Rama Avataram and krishNa Avataram together, and then he enjoyed other incarnations of Bhagavan as well. And then he wanted to enjoy Archavatara Bhagavans. So he started with thirumozhi Dividesham and then he went to Tirukottiyur. In this manner, he is enjoying different Divideshams as well. After that, he also wanted to give some advice to both those who are very interested towards Bhagavan and those who are materialistically oriented. So to different kinds of people, he is giving wonderful advice about having devotion towards Bhagavan, reciting Bhagavan's divine names, and all of that. And subsequently, he enjoyed Kandamennum Kadinagar, Dividesham. And after that, periyAzhwAr was pulled by Sri Ranganatha. One thing we have to understand, when Alvars sings, they sing on different Archavatara Bhagavans, different themes and so on, it's all not driven by their desire. Sometimes we say, periyAzhwAr enjoyed, periyAzhwAr wanted to enjoy. We say that, but still, the underlying principle is Bhagavan is making them sing in different ways. He is showing different leelas, different aspects, and triggering such thoughts in Alvars and making Alvars sing about Bhagavan in different ways. So it is really Bhagavan's desire which was followed by Alvars in their pAsurams. So here, after enjoying different Divyadeshams, different Archavata, different Vibhavavatarams, periyAzhwAr is desiring to enjoy Bhagavan's different incarnations in Srirangam Bhagavan, in the Archavatara Bhagavan. So he is enjoying this Srirangam Dividesham. Srirangam is greatly glorified by Nammalvar in Kangulum Pagalum. And then Nachiyar Tirumozhi, Andal Nachiyar also beautifully celebrates Sri Ranganatha. She also said, Telliyar in that Padiham, Telliyar Palar Kaitholum Devanar, Maliranjole Mananar, Palligolum Midatu, Adi Kottida. That Maliranjole Lord, Sriman Narayana, rests in Srirangam only. It is said that all the Bhagavans in different Divideshams, when the Koilalvar, that is, when the inner sanctum door is closed, that Perumal leaves from there and comes to Srirangam and becomes part of Sri Ranganatha. So everyone sleeps here in the night. And then in the morning, before opening the door, all the Bhagavans go to their respective Divideshams. So that concept is also explained. So such Sri Ranganatha, who is enjoyed by all the Alvars, that Bhagavan is being enjoyed here in this Padiham. So let us see this Padiham. Also, same concept as before. More than the Bhagavan, his divine abode is greatly desired by his devotees because his abodes are dear to him. Whatever is dear to him, that is dear to his devotees also. So it is always emphasized that Dividesham is higher goal. It's like Charma Parvam. Just like we say Prathama Parvam is Bhagavan and Charma Parvam is Acharya. Similarly, Prathama Parvam is Bhagavan and Charma Parvam is his Divideshams. So that is also said. So such important concepts are revealed in this Padiham. Let us see the pAsurams one by one. Very beautiful pAsurams. Here he is enjoying Krishna Avataram, Rama Avataram, Narasimha Avataram, Varaha Avataram, many different Avatarams. But he starts with Krishna Avataram. mAdhavaththOn புத்திரன் போய் மறிகடல்வாய் மாண்டானை ஓதுவித்த தக்கனையா உருவே கொடுத்தானோர் தோதவத்தி தூய்மறையோர் துறைப்படிய தொழும்பி எங்கும் போதில் வைத்த தேன் சொரியும் புனரரங்கம் என்பதுவே. In this Padiham, in every pasuram, the setup is like this. First two lines, some Leela will be explained, and it will be said that the abode of such Bhagavan is, in the next two lines, Srirangam is beautifully narrated. All the natural beauty of Srirangam is brought in front of our eyes by periyAzhwAr. Very similar to how thirumozhi does. Usually, this is the style of thirumozhi in many pAsurams. In two lines, he will explain the greatness of Bhagavan. Another two lines, he will explain the greatness of the Dividesham in which the Bhagavan is residing. So this same style is followed by periyAzhwAr here. We can also say periyAzhwAr is the one who set this narrative. He set this method, which was followed by thirumozhi because thirumozhi is the last Alvar. So we can say thirumozhi is following periyAzhwAr's style in many pAsurams. So let us see the meanings for this pAsuram. Thotham. Thotham means dauta. Dauta means clean. So very pure, washed and dried. Vatti. Vatti means vastram. Those who are wearing such pure cloths. Tui, very pure. Marayor, the Sri Vaishnavas who are having Vedam as their identity. So they are identified by the Vedam which they have learnt and they are reciting and following, explaining, all of that. So Sri Vaishnava's main identity is Vedam. Such Sri Vaishnavas, Turai, in the Kaveri river, on the ghats, many different ghats, Padiya, as they get down, get in into the ghats, and as they take bath in groups, in huge gatherings. Because of that, Yengum, everywhere, Turumbi, the waves are rising. They are agitated because too many people are there and taking bath. The waves are getting agitated. As the waves get agitated, the Podil Vaita Tensorium, as the water gets agitated and it's throwing up in the air, the flowers, lotus flowers which are in the river, their stems, they get disturbed with the waves. It's a very beautiful narration. Because of that, the honey in the flower, that becomes oozing out, that becomes overflowing. That is what is said as pOthAthri then sorium, punal, water. Such water, arangam, that Srirangam, that Dividesham is the abode of Bhagavan. Who is this Bhagavan? That is explained here. That is Krishna. Marikadalvai Poi Mandan, one who went into the ocean which is having lot of waves, and he lost his life. Who is that person? mAdhavaththOn Puttiran. mAdhavaththOn Puttiranai, the Sandipini Muni, who is a great tapasvi, very great, uh, he is very great in penance. Such Sandipani's son. He was the one who went into the ocean to take bath, and then he died there. It is said that Panjasanan, that is the demon named Panjasanan, he ate that boy. And finally, when Krishna completes his studies under Sandipani Muni, he had to pay dakshana. Usually, whenever we study something from some acharya, some guru, we have to give some dakshina, some offering at the end of our study. The guru will not ask for it, but it is the duty of the disciple to submit some dakshina. Whatever is necessary, whatever is desired by the guru, we have to find out from the guru and offer that. That is what is being done by Krishna. Krishna goes and asks, "You have taught me Vedam, what shall I offer you as dakshina?" First, the guru says, no, nothing is required. And then he thinks, oh, this Krishna is very talented, very great. So let me ask my son. Let us ask him to bring back our dead son back to life. So, as the dakshina, Sandipani Muni is asking Krishna to bring that boy. And Krishna obeys that order. Uruve Koduthan. He went to the ocean and found out from Varuna that this Panchasana has killed the boy. It is also said a crocodile swallowed the boy, but generally it is said that Panchasanan, the demon, he swallowed the boy, and then Krishna kills that Panchasana, and then he makes another conch, Panchajanyam. From that demon, Panchasana, his bones. So basically, he's like a shell, and he's a demon in the form of a shell. So from that, Krishna makes this Panchajanyam. Already, Panchajanyam is his weapon, his regular paraphernalia, but still he gets a new version of it. We can say it's like Bhagavan incarnating. This Panchajanyam also incarnates into a new form. And then he follows the trail and goes to Yama in the Yamaloka. And then he asks Yama to give that boy the same way he was when he died. And Yama, because Krishna was asking, he could not refuse. So he gave that boy. And then from that boy, Krishna brings that boy and gives him to Sandipani. And Sandipani becomes very satisfied. Oh, this is my boy. He is exactly looking as he was when he died. So he was very satisfied, and Bhagavan also became satisfied. Such Bhagavan's divine abode is this Srirangam, says periyAzhwAr in this first pAsuram. So here we can also see that periyAzhwAr enjoyed In the previous Padiham, Ganga. But Gangayil Punidamaya Kaveri. It is said in Tirumalai. So Kaveri is purer than Ganga. So periyAzhwAr came from the Ganga Anubhavam to Kaveri Anubhavam. We can say that. So this is the first pasuram where Krishna Avataram is enjoyed in Sri Ranganatha. So the same Sri Ranganatha is present here in Sri Rangam and giving joy to everyone. Second pasuram, பிறப்பகத்தை மாண்டொழிந்த பிள்ளைகளை நால்வரையும் இறைப்பொழிதல் கொணர்ந்து கொடுத்து உருப்படுத்த உரைப்பனூர் மறைப்பிருந்தி வளர்த்திருப்பார் வருவிருந்தை அளித்திருப்பார் சிறப்புடைய மறையவர் வாழ் திருவரங்கம் என்பதுவே. பிறப்பகத்தை மாண்டொழிந்த பிள்ளைகளை நால்வரையும். Again, this is also related to Krishnavataram. This is the Leela where a Vaidika, a Brahmana, comes and complains that his wife gives birth to child, but immediately that child disappears. That child is not to be seen. And this has happened already 3 times. He has lost 3 of his sons like this. So he comes and complains to Krishna and Arjuna when they both were together. Krishna had finished. He was in a Diksha at that time. He was in a Yaga Diksha. So he finished his morning portions of the Yagam and he was resting. At that time he came. This Brahmana came to Krishna and Arjuna was also sitting next to Krishna. Brahmana told what has happened and he requested Krishna's help. Arjuna told, "Oh Krishna, why you should go and trouble yourself for this? Let me go and solve this problem." So Arjuna goes with the Brahmana. He makes a full protection with his arrows and the place where the delivery is happening, he is guarding the place from outside. Again, the child gets born, but immediately that child gets disappeared. The Brahmana becomes very angry. He looked at Arjuna and he told, "I wanted Krishna's help, but you came voluntarily and you spoiled the whole thing, and again I have lost one child. So now you have to give solution." Arjuna doesn't know what to do. Then they both go to Krishna and they explain what happened. So Krishna takes them in his chariot and drives the chariot all the way up to Viraja river. He goes through the different layers of this Andam, the oval-shaped universe, and then he breaks the Anda's cover and then goes out of the Andam, crosses the different coverings, finally reaches the edge of Viraja river, the banks of Viraja river from this side, from Samsara Mandala. He stops the chariot there, he stops Arjuna and the Brahmana there. He goes into Vaikuntham. He sees if the children were there. And sure enough, they were there. They were playing with Sri Mahalakshmi and Bhumi Devi and Neela Devi and the Nachiyars. Krishna asks, "Why did you do this?" And they said, "We wanted to see you as you are, as Krishna. So we wanted to bring you here and have that darshan of yours. So now that we've got the darshan, we'll give these children back to you. You can take them back to the Brahmana." So they gave the children, and as they were still in the same child form, toddler form, they did not change because this Paramapadam, time has no effect there. So they retained their forms, and Krishna brought those children and gave those children to the Brahmana. The Brahmana accepted. Urupaditha. Brahmana was convinced that these are his children only. So Iraipalidal Konandu Kodutha. So Krishna brought these children within a very short time frame. And he gave those children to the father and mother and convinced them. Uraipan, one who has the power, the ability, Shakti, his divine abode is this Srirangam. That Srirangam is explained here. Maraipirundi Valarthirupar, Baruvirundai Adithirupar. மறை பெருந்தி வளர்த்திருப்பார். They raise great yajnas which are to be performed by Brahmanas, which are ordained in Shastram, in Vedam. And வருவிருந்தை அளித்திருப்பார். They also feed sumptuously all the guests who come and visit them. சிறப்புடைய மறையவர்கள், such Brahmanas who have such greatness, they are living in this Srirangam. This Srirangam is the abode of such Bhagavan who brought the 4 children of Brahmana. So that is the second pasuram. Third pasuram, this is also Krishna Avataram. மருமகந்தன் சந்ததியை உயிர்மேட்டு மைத்துனன்மார் உருமகத்தே வீழாமே குருமுகமாய் காத்தானூர் திருமுகமாய் செங்கமல திருநிறமாய் கருங்குவளை பொறுமுகமாய் நின்றலரும் புனரங்கம் என்பதுவே. Next pasuram. Here Krishna's helping Parikshit and giving him life is explained here, and also his help to the Pandavas, that is celebrated here. மருமகந்தன் சந்ததியை உயிர்மீட்டு, his Marumagan, that is his nephew, that is Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu is married to Uttara, and their son is Parikshit. This Parikshit was in the womb of Uttara, and Abhimanyu had gone for the battle at that time. The Yuddham was happening, the Mahabharata Yuddham was happening. He had gone to fight, and he gets killed there. And towards the end of the battle, all the Upapandavas, that is Pandavas' children, they were all killed by Ashwatthama. And finally Ashwatthama sent Apandavastram, which is a very powerful astram, like a Brahmastram, to kill the child in the womb of Uttara, so that there is no descendants for Pandavas. And that astram, that weapon, goes and hits the womb and completely burns the child in the womb. And then that fetus falls out as a dead piece. Uttara prays to Krishna, and Krishna comes and touches the fetus with his lotus foot, and that brings back the life to that child, and who got to be named as Parikshit. And that Parikshit incident is explained here, that he gave the life back to Parikshit. And then Maithunanmar Uru, all his cousins, Pandavas, their body, Magam means this big battle, this war, which is like a sacrifice, this Mahabharata Yuddham. In that, Veerame, so that they don't lose their bodies, he saved them Gurumukamai, in the form of an Acharya, in the form of a teacher, by giving Hitopadesham, by giving good instructions, Katan, that Krishna who saved them. Ur, his Tirupati, his divine abode is Srirangam. How is this Srirangam? Semkamalam, beautiful reddish lotus flowers, Tirumugamai. They appear like the divine face of Sri Periyaperumal, Sri Ranganatha. Karunguvalai, the Nilotpala Pushpam, it's a very dark Pushpam, dark flower. Tirunaramai, they appear like the divine form of Bhagavan. The Bhagavan's form is in that same complexion of the Nilotpala flower. Porumugamai nindru, in this manner, the lotus flower and Nilotpala flower, they both are rising and competing with each other. Porumugamai means competing with each other. Alarum, they are blossoming. Punal, having such abundance of water through Kaveri river, that Arangam, Srirangam is the abode of Bhagavan, says periyAzhwAr in this pasuram. Next, fourth pasuram, கூந்தொழுத்தை சிதகுரைப்ப கொடியவள் வாய் கடிய சொல் கேட்டு ஈன்றெடுத்த தாயரையும் இராச்சியமும் ஆங்கொழிய கான் தொடுத்த நெறி போகி கண்டகரை களைந்தானூர் தேன் கொடுத்த மலர்ச்சோலை திருவரங்கம் என்பதுவே. From this pasuram, Ramavataram is enjoyed for a few pasurams. கூந்தொழுத்தை சிதகுரைப்ப. கூந்தொழுத்தை means the hunched back woman who is a servant maid. That is Mantara. Sidagureipa. She is talking contradictory words to stop the Sri Rama Pattabhishekam. The crowning of Sri Rama was stopped by these words of Mantara. And those words were accepted by Kaikeyi. And she ordered Sri Rama to go to the forest in exile. So such Kodiyaval vai Kadiya sol kettu. Kodiyaval means very cruel person. Such Kaikeyi's mouth is speaking these very harsh words. That is, this very cruel Kaikeyi is speaking those words which are very harsh, asking Sri Rama to leave to forest. On hearing those words, ஈன்றெடுத்த தாயரையும், Sri Kausalya, who gave birth to him, Rajyamum, Rajyam means the kingdom, Angoliya, he gave that up. Sri Rama gave up his original mother and also the kingdom, leaving them. Kan todutha neripogi, through the dense forests, mercifully reaching up to Sri Dandakaranyam. He reached there, and then Kantakarai. Kantaka means thorn. These Asuras and Rakshasas, they were all thorns for the rishis who were meditating and who were doing penance. So they were like thorns, always troubling, always harming. Kantakarai Kalaindan. Bhagavan who mercifully killed all of them. Ur. Such Bhagavan's abode is Ten Todutta Malarcholai. This in this pasuram, the narration for Srirangam is very short. Ten Todutta Malarcholai. That is having gardens which have many flowers, which are always filled with honey. Such Thiruvarangam, such Srirangam is the abode of such Sri Rama now. Previously he was in Ramavataram, now he is in Archavataram, in this Periyaperumal form. And that is seen in Srirangam, says periyAzhwAr in the fourth pasuram. Next, fifth pasuram. பெருவரங்கள் அவை பற்றி பிழக்குடைய இராவணனை உருவரங்க பொருதழித்து இவ்வுலகினை கண்பெருத்தானோர் குறவரும்ப கோங்கலர குயில் கூவும் குளிர் பொழில் சூழ் திருவரங்கம் என்பதுவே என் திருமால் சேர்விடமே. Kurava aramba. Kurava trees. Kurava is a type of tree where it is sprouting slowly. Kongalara. The kongu trees, they are well blossomed. They are blossoming very nicely. Kuyil kuvum. As the cuckoos, they are all cooing as they are making their noise. Kulir podil sool. Being surrounded by very cool gardens, orchards. Thiruvarangam என்பது, this Srirangam, this Tirupati is, how is it? That is explained, and that is the abode of Bhagavan, who was Sri Rama before. So that is explained subsequently. Peruvarangal avai patri, the Ravana who had acquired great boons and having them as his strength, Midakudaya, the Ravana who is always troubling Devatas, Rishis, and so on. That is his nature. having such nature, Iravananai, this Ravanas, Uru Araka Purudalithu, Uru Aranga Purudalithu, the body to become multiple pieces, fought the battle in this manner and made his body become multiple pieces and killed such Ravana. இவ்வுலகினை கண்பெருத்தான். Doing this, Rama saved this world. He mercifully protected this world by killing Ravana. என் திருமால் சேர்விடம், such Sriman Narayana, who is my Lord, has reached this abode, which is Srirangam. Whichever place he has reached, that is known as Srirangam, says periyAzhwAr in this 5th pasuram. Next 6th pasuram. கீழுலகில் அசுரர்களை கிடங்கிருந்து கிளராமே, ஆழிவிடுத்தவருடைய கருவழித்த அழிப்பனூர், தாழைமடல் ஊடுருஞ்சி தவளவண்ண பொடி அணிந்து யாழினிசை வண்டினங்கள் ஆலம்பைக்கும் அரங்கமே. All the beetles, they are all beautifully singing here. That is explained as natural beauty. கீழுலகில் அசுரர்களை கிழங்கு இருந்து கிளராமே. In the Patala Lokam, the Asuras, the demons, monsters, they were permanently eliminated so that they don't come up again. ஆழி விடுத்து அவருடைய கரு அழித்த, the Sudarshana Chakra, Tiruvadi Alvan, is sent by Bhagavan and he permanently eliminates all the Asuras. This happened in past, not during Ramavataram, even before that. Alipan, all the enemies were mercifully killed, and one who is having it as his nature, that is Paritranaya Sadhunam Vinashaya cha Dushkritam. It is his nature to destroy all the evil people. Such Bhagavan's divine presence is seen in Ur, Tirupati, this divine abode, that is Srirangam. Yal, the Veenas, Yal is a type of an instrument, like the sound of the Veena, in Isai, having beautiful sound. Bandinangal, the groups of beetles, Thalai Madal Udurinji, going into the wild plants which grow on the seashore, going into those plants and rubbing on the swaths, on the leaves of the Thalai wild plant. Davalam panna podi anindu, from that plant, from that leaves, the whitish buds which are present there, decorating their bodies with those whitish buds. Due to that joy, Alambaikum, they are singing beautifully, they are humming beautifully. That is the abode of Srirangam, which is the abode for Bhagavan who eliminated all the evil monsters from the Patala Lokam, says periyAzhwAr here. Next 7th Pasanam. கொழுப்புடைய செழுங்குருதி கொழித்தெழுந்து குமிழ்த்தெறிய பிழக்குடைய அசுரர்களை பிணம்படுத்த பெருமானூர், தழுப்பரிய சந்தனங்கள் தடவரவாய் ஈர்த்து கொண்டு தெளிப்படைய காவிரி வந்து அடிதொழும் சீரரங்கமே. Next Pasaram also, generally Bhagavan killing the Asuras, that is explained here. கொழுப்புடைய செழுங்குருதி, the fatty blood, the blood which is coming out and has fat in it. கொழித்து இழிந்து குமிழ்த்து எரிய. As the blood is flowing out in abundance, பிழக்குடைய, the evil persons, evil அசுரர்களை, the Asuras, பிணம்படுத்த, to kill them. Perumanur, the one who killed them, that Bhagavan's abode, Tirupati, is Thadupariya Sandanangal. Now the beautiful environment is explained, how the water flows in Kaveri river and how it brings many valuable things. Thalupariya Sandanangal, the sandalwood trees which are unable to be embraced, so they are so big and they are being pushed. Talavarai ஈர்த்து கொண்டு வந்து, from the big mountains, the Kaveri river is bringing all this sandalwood taste, sandalwood trees. And what the Kaveri river is thinking, Kaveri is generally said to be mother-in-law of Bhagavan. This Kaveri is thinking in her thoughts that this should be offered to Bhagavan and Bhagavan should surely accept it. In that thought, the sandalwood trees are pushed down. Telipudaya Kaveri, the Kaveri river, which is very noisy. Usually, high-flowing rivers will be very noisy. Such Kaveri, Adidodum sArathy. The Kaveri river is worshipping Bhagavan's divine feet. Such Sriranga Dividesham is this, says periyAzhwAr. That is 7th pasuram. Then 8th pasuram, Vallayitru Kedalumai, Valayitru Chiyamuma, Ellailla Tharaniyayum, Aunanayum Idandanur. எல்லியம்போது எரிஞ்சிரை வண்டு எம்பெருமான் குணம் பாடி மல்லிகை வெண் சங்கூதும் மதிலரங்கம் என்பதுவே. Here Varahavataram and Narasimhavataram, they both are showed here. Vallayitru Kedalumai, the Varaha, which is having very strong teeth, incarnating in this manner. Valayitru Chiyamumai. Again, Val means shine. The Narasimhavataram, in where he is having very sharp teeth, because it's a lion form in the head, so it will have sharp teeth, incarnating in this manner. Ellailla Tharaniyayum Aunanayum Idandan. Bhagavan, Ellailla Tharani, the boundless earth, and Aunan, the Hiranyasura. Hiranyaksha is the one who took the earth below, and Bhagavan went into that water and brought out Hiranyasura and earth, both of them, and killed Hiranyasura eventually. Such Bhagavan, his abode is, his Tirupati is Irusirai Vandu, the beetles which are having huge wings. Elliyambodu, in the evening time, Emberuman Gunam Padi, it is singing the glories of Periyaperuman, Sri Ranganatha, singing that Malligai went Sangudum. It is blowing the jasmine flower, which is white in nature. Such having such madhil, the divine forts which are present there, such Arangam is the abode of such Bhagavan. So Narasimhavataram, Varahavataram, both are enjoyed here, and the natural beauty where the beetles, they are all singing and humming the greatness of Bhagavan. So that is explained here in this pasuram. Next, 9th pasuram. குன்றாடு கொழுமுகில் போல் குவளைகள் போல் குறைகடல் போல் நின்றாடு கணமையில் போல் நிறமுடைய நெடுமாலூர் குன்றூடு பொழில் நுழைந்து கொடியடையார் முளையணவி மன்றூடு சென்றலுலாம் மதிலரங்கம் என்பதுவே. குன்றாடு கொழுமுகில் போல், the natural beauty is again explained here. குன்றாடு கொழுமுகில் போல், the peaks, that is Malayuchi means, Kundru means peaks. On the peaks, the water is present. It appears like a very dark cloud. Kovalaigal pol, like Karunaidal flower, very dark colored flower. Kuregadal pol, like the ocean, which is having a very dark complexion. Nindraadu mayilkanam pol, just like a group of peacocks which are dancing, and how dark bluish their color will be. Similar to that, present niramudaya, having beautiful form, which is like the cloud on top of a peak, which is like karnaidar flower, which is like the um, ocean which is making noise, and also just like the crowd of group of peacocks. So that is the complexion of Bhagavan's divine form. Nedumal, such Bhagavan's presence, mercifully present in Ur, in the Tirupati, in the Dividesham, that is tendril, the southerly breeze, Kundru Podiludu Hodaitu. It is coming through the southerly breeze is coming through the gardens which are present on the slopes of the mountain, bringing the pollens and the buds from the flowers there, and also the fragrance from the flowers there. Kodiyadayar Mulayanavi, those women who are having very slender creeper like waist, and the bosoms which are decorated with sandalwood paste. So coming, that southerly breeze is coming with all these fragrances. Mandroduk Ulam, and they roam around in the four-way junction. Such Srirangam, Madhilarangam, which has beautiful forts. That is the abode of Bhagavan, says periyAzhwAr in this pasuram. Now here there is Swapadesham. We have to understand Kodiyadayar Mulayanavi. Why is that great? The southerly breeze coming and touching the bosoms of women. Why is that said great here? That is because bosom means again devotion. The air is having contact with the devotion of the Bhagavatas there, devotees there, and that breeze is coming. So that is most desirable. That is the point here. So this is 9th pasuram. Finally 10th pasuram. Paruvarangal avai patri படையாளி தெழுந்தானை செருவரங்க பொருதழித்த திருவாழன் திருப்பதி மேல் திருவரங்க தமிழ் மாலை விட்டு சித்தன் விரித்தன கொண்டு இருவரங்க வெறித்தானை ஏத்தவல்லார் அடியோமே. Very beautiful pasuram. Finally the பலப்பாசுரம், பலஸ்ருதி. பருவரங்கள் அவை பற்றி, having very huge big boons from Brahma and many others. படையாளித்து எழுந்தானை, the Ravana who was craving for battles, wars, because there is guarantee that he will not be killed by devas, animals and so on. செரு அரக்க பொருதழித்த, such Ravana was killed in the battle by Sri Rama. Tiruvalan, one who is having Veeralakshmi, that is his identity. One who is Thiru Anan, he is always with Tayar, Sri Mahalakshmi. Tirupadi Mel, on this Dividesham, where Bhagavan and Tayar are present. Tiruvalan, Tirupadi Mel, that is this Srirangam, on this Srirangam, Vittusittan, periyAzhwAr, Virithana, mercifully composed, Tiruvaranga Tamil Malai Kondu. In every pasuram, he is reciting the name Tiruvarangam, Tiruvarangam. So this garland is having, every pasuram is having Tiruvarangam in the garland. It's a garland made of words, and there every pasuram has Srirangam, Tiruvarangam Tamil Malai Kondu. These 10 pasurams, with these 10 pasurams, Iruvarangam Erithanai, those who are able to recite these pasurams and praise Iruvarangam Erithanai, perform Mangala Shasanam to one who killed 2 demons, that is Madhu and Kaitapa. So that Bhagavan Yetavallar. So those who are able to recite these pAsurams and praise Bhagavan, for them, Adiyom, we will perform service, we will perform Kankaryam. So that is the greatness of this Padikam. periyAzhwAr says, I will serve those who are singing these pAsurams. This is very similar to Nammalwar also saying, தீதிலாத ஒன் தமிழ்கள் இவை ஆயிரத்துளிப்பத்தும் ஓதவல்ல பிராக்கள் நம்மை ஆளுடையார்கள் பண்டே. Those who are able to sing these pAsurams, these 10 pAsurams, they will be ruling over us. So Nammalwar also desires to serve those who sing these pAsurams. periyAzhwAr is also desiring to serve those who sing these pAsurams and become expert in these pAsurams. So that is the Palashruti for this Padiham. So this is Srirangam Padiham, very beautiful pAsurams praising Sri Ranganatha and the Dividesham mainly. The importance of Dividesham is emphasized here. With this, we will stop today and we will continue on in the next session. Alvar Thirudikale Sharanam, Emberamanar Thirudikale Sharanam, Jiyar Thirudikale Sharanam, Jiyar Thirudikale Sharanam, periyAzhwAr Thirudikale Sharanam, Kanchi swAmy Thirudikale Sharanam. We enjoyed this English translation based on Kanchi swAmy's Divyartha Deepika in Tamil. We will again see in the next session. பல்லாண்டு பல்லாண்டு பல்லாயிரத்தாண்டு பல கோடி நூறாயிரம் மல்லாண்டு தின்றோள் மணிவண்ணா உன் சேவடி செவிதிருக்கா படியோம் ஓடும் நோடும் பிரிவின் ஆயிரம் பல்லாண்டு வடிவாய் நின் விடமார்பினில் வாழ்கின்ற மங்கையும் பல்லாண்டு வடிவார் சோதி வளத்துறையும் சுடர் ஆழியும் பல்லாண்டு படபோர் புக்குமுழங்கும் அப்பாஞ்ச சன்னியமும் பல்லாண்டு.